We are here today back at Kalen Icebergs for some more Flyers hockey. Shot up, another shot is blocked out in front. A third shot is into the net. Brian Gutt has opened the scoring for the Lewis Flyers.
Morrow, he forced another turnover. Matt Morrow passes Selman. Big shot is into the net. Jack Selman. What a play by the Lewis Flyers.
Another shot is deflected out in front. Wrap around a dump, he scores! Matt Morrow off a crazy carom out in front of the net.
Save by Mike Fisher. Oh my goodness, what a save by the Flyers goaltender right there in the zone. Finds Ernstine, and Ernstine, what a beautiful play by the Lewis Flyers. Brian Gutt has extended the Flyers' lead to 2 goals.
From beautiful Kalen Icebergs here in Romeoville, Illinois, just a short drive from campus in Romeoville. It's Flyers hockey. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson. And like I said, we're back at Kalen today for another game of Flyers hockey. And Matt, it's the last game of the season for the Flyers. I'm sad about it, and I know you are too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game hopefully today.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in for a good matchup. It is senior night here at Kalen, so we are honoring 3 Flyers hockey players. That would be Jack Reedy, Jack Fusatera, and Mike Fisher. We're sad to see them go, but we're happy that they were here. I mean, that's just about all we can say, so we'll look for a big game out of those 3 today. Last time we saw Flyers hockey that you and I were together was on Monday night over at the Edge in Bensonville, and that was against Roosevelt. You want to talk us through what happened that game?
Yeah, so Roosevelt had a challenging course for the Flyers last time up, and it looked like the Flyers were going to take advantage early on, and unfortunately it didn't really end up that way, with it ending 6-3.
Yeah, Flyers ended up losing that one, but had a pretty good outing yesterday as well. Yesterday they were up in Milwaukee at the Milwaukee School of Engineering. That's who they're playing today as well, so it's game 2 of the series against the Raiders. But you want to tell us about what happened yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday up in Milwaukee, they had a good game going, leading the game 2-0, taking control of most of it. And then about 4 minutes to go, unfortunately, they let up a pair of goals, went into overtime, and unfortunately ended up losing that game, Logan.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll look to turn things around. They did end up playing the Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders last year here at Kalen, and we on the broadcast were here. You're going to take a look at a clip from the game last season. It was a very, very aggressive hockey game, so we're going to be looking to see some of that same stuff going on this year. You can see the clip being played right now. Obviously, a lot of animosity was built up at the end of that season last year. They were fighting for a playoff spot, so there was a lot of energy going around. And I'm sure it's going to be the same thing today because the Flyers are coming off a couple tough losses. Yeah. They had a great weekend last weekend against the Loyola Ramblers, so they'll really look to bring back some of that success again today. And hopefully be bringing some of that energy that you're seeing right now on your screen. But we're in for a pretty good one today. Mike Fisher's in that. Yeah. I'm really sad to see him go, especially. I mean, we've had a couple, big saves by Mike Fisher.
Yes,
and I'm going to be sad that we're not going to see any more of those. But I'm sure we'll see a good amount of them today. What's your predictions now for the last game of the season for the Flyers?
I'm looking for a big game from the Flyers today. It was an unfortunate late loss yesterday, and they had a lot of energy against their previous game against Roosevelt. I'm looking for maybe a Flyers win today. I'm looking for them to come out big and strong. I think they've got a lot of energy pent up, and they're ready to let it loose.
I agree. I think they've got a little bit of pep in their step. They will have anyway. They're in front of the hometown crowd again. It is senior night, so again, a little bit of extra jump, in their feet tonight. And they thought senior night was happening last week, and that's when they had all that success against the Ramblers. So I'm sure every one of those Flyers hockey players has got something to prove tonight. And so in about 15 minutes or so, they got about 3 minutes left in warm-ups. We'll see the period number one. But before that, we're going to see a short ceremony where you'll be on the call talking about some of the Flyers seniors. So you're watching Lewis Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a fantastic evening for the Lewis University Television Network here in Canlan Ice Arena. It is senior night here for Lewis University hockey. This is Matt Carlson reporting, and thank you for joining us. We have number 15, Jack Pusatera. He was an aviation major. He's been playing for 2 years, a forward and a former Lyons Township player here. And that is Jack Pusatera. He's been a big help for the Lewis Flyers offense for the past couple of years here. Looks like they're trying to figure out what they're going to do for a photo. Little photo op. Up next, we're going to have both Mike Fisher and Jack Reedy as well. Here's number 91, Jack Reedy, also an aviation major. They've got something in common. In fact, all three of them do. All three of them are aviation majors. Jack has been around these parts for 4 years, another forward, and formerly played for Marist. He's been a huge help. Also on the Lewis University Flyers offense. Absolutely going to be missing him this coming season. A little more opportunity there for the photo ops. Up next here is going to be Mike Fisher, as my co-commentator Logan Kapp announces over the loudspeaker. Here's Mike Fisher, big man between the posts. Been a brick wall all season. He's been performing well recently and throughout the entire season, keeping the Lewis Flyers net safe. Another aviation major. Played for 4 years, and also a former Marist player, something he's got in common with number 91, Jack Reedy, and that's number 50, Mike Fisher. Looking for a big game today from these three. Going to have a lot of energy for their last game in Lewis Flyers hockey uniforms. All three graduating at the end of the semester. One more round of applause there for the three fellas on the ice. Jack Pusatera, number 15, Mike Fisher, number 50, and Jack Reedy, number 91. Thank you for attending. Thank you for watching our Flyers hockey. We're going to be rolling it over to the national anthem, and we'll be right back with you on the Lewis University Television Network.
And welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network, your home for Flyers hockey. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson for the call. And Matt, that was one heck of a senior night ceremony. What do you think?
I think that went pretty well. Good job down there in the PA.
Oh, gosh. They got me doing it all here, but that's all right. And we're already playing here, Lewis Flyers hockey against the Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders. And we are in for a good one here tonight. If you missed the pregame, Flyers are coming off a tough loss yesterday. Matt knows a little bit more about that than I do.
Yeah, unfortunately last night, Lewis had a huge break against Milwaukee, leading most of the game 2-0, and actually ended up going into overtime in the last 4 minutes of the game and ended up losing last night against this same team.
Yeah, so hopefully the Lewis Flyers have something to prove today, and they're also coming off a tough loss on Monday. That was against the Roosevelt Lakers at the Edge, and we also had the opportunity to call that game on the radio. So we got back in action tonight here at Cannon. We've got Fisher in net to my left-hand side, and Ben Diedrich in net to my right for the MSOE Raiders. Not sure how much of that starting lineups you heard. I'm sure Matt had a great call about it, but all three Flyers hockey seniors are on the ice to start. We're on the ice to start the game tonight. Here's Caden Ulmer, tried a shot, and that one got blocked out in front by Francis Belmonte. Flyers have quite the capacity crowd here at Camlin for senior night, so glad to see all the support of friends and family of Flyers hockey players, and that shot is blockered down by Fisher. Raiders retain the puck. Here's Bernard. Is sat down by Selman. Puck is scooped up by Aaron Walby, and it couldn't be kept in the zone by the Raiders. Belmonte up the far side. Here comes Barnard, and he will dump it into Fisher, who comes out and plays it into the far side corner. Selman up the left wing side will dump it in the zone. He wanted to get away from a Nick Lamb, who was coming in hot looking for some physical contact. And the Raiders can't get it out. Pusatera has it stripped, and the Raiders will send that one down. It will be on net, though, so no icing. But unfortunately for the Flyers, the Raiders had a player coming in hot who seems to be missing from our lineup card. And so either way, we'll see a face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice. I'm sure you had a beautiful shot from our technical director, Tony, of all three jerseys hanging up in the far side corner here at Camlin. Again, the Flyers doing everything they can to honor those three hockey seniors. Wayne tries a centering pass, couldn't find Barnard in the middle, and so the Flyers are able to get that one out. Kruby is back in his own zone to get it. We'll send it behind the net to Nick Lamb on the near side. Raiders kind of force that one out right to Braden Robertson, who will dump it back in. Raiders send that one all the way down, and that will go for an icing call, even though one of the members of the Raiders was going to touch that puck. Either way, now we'll see a face-off in the Raiders' end of the ice. 16:50 left to go in period number one.
Well, we'll see if the Lewis Flyers can get a quick draw off the ice here and maybe snap a quick goal.
Ernsting out there to take this draw, wins it back to Pickens and leaves it for Ricci on the point. Tried a shot, but Goot couldn't get a stick on it. So that one's easily sticked into the far side corner by Dietrich. Here's Ernsting. Has some fancy footwork to try and turn away from Lamb, but Brian Goot swoops in and picks up the puck. Near side corner, Goot can't hit Ernsting, and so that puck will go all the way back into the Flyers zone, allowing the Raiders to make a line change. Flyers looking good, as they usually do in the first period of the game. I know we talked about it a little bit on Tuesday, but the Flyers generally look very good. Ernsting had a shot, and that one was blockered down by Dietrich. Here come the Raiders speeding back into the Flyers zone. Far side, tried a shot. It whizzes by the ear of Mike Fisher and will make its way out of the zone. Ernsting on the center red line can't stick it away from three Raiders players, and so Connor will take it and send it across the ice. Hudemeyer gets it back to Belmonte. Cavers will send it up And that puck is sent in the zone by Kent Connor as he's stood up by Dan Johnson. Kane Nolmer up the left wing side, can't backhand that one around Hudemeyer. And so the Flyers, Selman is forced to stick it in behind Dietrich. Cavers is into the zone. Kenny Cavers is a name, Matt, that I remember from last time when the Raiders took on the Flyers here at Camlin. He was my player to look out for last year.
Yep.
He was one of the points leaders when they were coming into Camlin. So Kenny Cavers is a player to look out for today in today's matchup. Alagna tried a shot. That one got blocked out in front by Belmonte. And Walensky picks it up in the far side corner. Alagna has it sticked away. Here comes the Raiders. Kenny Cavers, he's into the zone. Backhand to the middle, and a shot is sticked aside by Tyler Morefoot. Up the Flyers come. Wilninski is at the end of a long shift, so he tries to dump that one in and coming off for a line change. The key to the Flyers game today, I think, will be to really get the foot on the gas pedal early and keep it there the whole game. I mean, every time we see the Flyers here at Camlin, I feel like it's the same message that I'm preaching up here. And in that, the Flyers can start off hot, but they just have a hard time continuing it as the Raiders will bring it back into the Flyers zone. Drobeck, near side corner. That was to Logan Maddox in the middle, but he couldn't handle it. And Werner tries a backhand pass to Reedy, but he was not fast enough to catch that puck. Raiders turn it over to Ernsting, not the guy to turn it over to, and Werner couldn't get a stick on it off a beautiful pass from Ernsting. And so the Raiders will skate it around their own net. Here comes Nick Lamb up the left wing side in the Flyers zone. Centering pass, can't find Christopher Bernard. And so Bernard's just forced to stick it down low in the Flyers zone. Raiders still have it. Centering pass, and Nick Lamb couldn't hit the net. Puck is found by Ernsting. Turning on the Jets, speeding up the right wing side as Ernsting chips it around one. Ernsting's into the zone, centering pass, and Logan Pickens couldn't get a stick on it. Van Dietrich was going for a swim. He would have had a pretty good chance of putting it in the back of the net, Pickens would, but as I said, he couldn't put the stick on it. Centering pass finds no one because Goot was tangled up with someone out in the high slot area. Maddox will backhand that one up the near side boards. It's kept in by Robertson. Puck sticked out.
And you know, it's those kind of finishing chances that the Flyers have really struggled to get into the back of the net or even into the zone that they need to really work on.
I agree, and they really need to take advantage of all those high quality chances. I mean, as I said, it's as the game goes on, it seems that those chances kind of fade into the wayside a little bit, and you know, if they're having some quality chances early, they want to be able to convert on those and take the early lead. And
yep, saw a couple good passes from Scotty already. Unfortunately, weren't able to convert those.
Dan Johnson's pass is broken up by Hudemeyer, and that puck gets sent around the Flyers net. Here comes Cade Nolmer, tries to get it up to Wilninski, and that puck goes right through his legs, right to Aiden Callahan, who's fresh off a line change. Callahan off the glass is able to keep that one out of the Flyers bench. And a shot right there from Adrian Callahan is paddled aside by Fisher, and rebound, it couldn't be found there by Charlie Hudemeyer, and the Flyers get away with one there. Raiders will send that one into the zone. That was Kenny Cavers. Kenny Cavers, a 6'5" junior from San Jose, California, really making an impact already. As Omer will stick that one out. Reedy can't dangle around Cavers, and Omer attempted a body check on there on Cavers, but I think Cavers has a couple inches on the 5'5" freshman for Lewis.
Puck is just a little bit there.
Puck is sticked into the Raiders' end. It's found there by Francis Belmonte, and that one gets sticked out in the neutral zone. Ricci, saucer pass to Werner, couldn't be sticked down. And that's turned around in his own zone by Francis Belmonte. Puck goes all the way down for an icing call. 11:18 left to go in the first period. We're all tied up, 0 goals aside.
And we're finding a lot in the latter moments so far that this puck has been spending a lot of time in the Flyers' defensive end of the ice, which is not what they want, but they've got a face-off here. Hopefully they can capitalize on it now, Logan.
Face-off there is won by Logan Maddox and is sent out there by the Raiders. They're into the Flyer zone now, far side corners. Kent Connor tries a centering pass. Puck didn't know where it was, but Robertson will find it behind his net, falls down again. Reminds us that ice is slippery.
Yes.
Bernard sends it into the near side corner, and again another player going down. That is Aaron Walby. And the Flyers are coming off for a line change, so Werner's forced to put it into the near side corner. Nick Lamb, near side. Turns away from a forechecking Logan Pickens, and that puck goes to the far side of the neutral zone. Ernsting will pick it up. Shot from the top of the circles, hit the post. Ernsting, high quality scoring chance. 10.5 minutes left to go. Raiders. Oh, Ryan Gutt avoided an offsides play there. Way to have his head in the game, as Aaron Wayne will send it up the far side boards. Caden Peter to Goot on the near side. Goot will launch that one into the Raider zone. Found Ernsting, and Ernsting had his stick lifted there, I believe, by Nick Lamb. Up to the point is Caden Peter. Down low to Goot. Goot pins the puck up against the boards. Kick down low to Pickens. Back to Goot on the hash mark. Shot is blocked out in front of the net there by Anthony Wayne. And the puck careens in the near side corner. Here come the Raiders into the Flyers zone. Back behind the net is Alagna. To Caden Peter on the far side. Hanover Park native turns the puck over in his own zone. And that one is sent down low by Kent Connor. Peter again to Goot on the far side hash marks. Wilninski's off the bench with some speed. Here comes Caden Ulmer into the zone. Puck was just out of his reach a little bit, so he kind of lost control. Wilninski coming out of the gate with some fire here as the Raiders will start to break out in their own zone. Wilninski on the forecheck is able to block that puck up into the protected netting. So 9:04 left to go in the first period. We're all tied up, 0 goals aside.
And you know, Logan, that was another one of the centering passes that we've been seeing by Lewis this game that they have yet to capitalize on. And really hoping they can take advantage of this face-off here and get down the ice.
I think the Flyers have had the majority of the opportunities so far.
Yep.
And so they're looking to convert on at least one before the end of the first, as Selman has a shot as he crosses the Raiders' blue line, but that one's easily soaked up by Ben Dietrich.
Yeah, unfortunately that shot was just right down the middle. He was able to get down into the butterfly and just soak it right up.
Dietrich, the 6'4", with Minnesota native. Big man in net for the Raiders, taking up, not giving the Flyers a whole lot to look at.
Exactly.
Selman can't get that puck cleanly into the Raiders zone, so Ulmer's forced to send it back to Moorfoot. Near side, Ulmer across to Ricci. Wilninski now will dump that one into the Raiders zone, and Jack Selman, I think, tripped over the blue line there.
Reminding us once again that ice is slippery.
Ice is in fact slippery. Kenny Cavers up the near side to Gavin Hruby. But the Raiders can't get anything going with that rush. Nick Lamb up the far side. Here's Herdemeyer into the zone, and Ricci blocked that shot to Moorfoot on the near side. Nick Lamb kept that puck in, sent it down low, couldn't find Herdemeyer. And so Moorfoot's able to send that one to Ricci on the far side. Ricci lofts that one up to Pusatera, who can't pick it up. And so back the other way comes the Raiders. A shot there from Joe O'Reilly got blocked out in front up into the protected netting, and so again we'll see a face-off in the Flyers zone. 7:44 left to go in period number 1.
I think that last shot actually hit the ceiling and ricocheted back down onto the glass, separating the main foyer from the arena.
Here come the Flyers. Logan Pickens dumps that one in to the Raiders zone. Back to get it is Francis Belmonte. The 6'5" freshman sends that one up the far side boards where it's lofted across the ice and into the near side corner where Aaron Walby is pinned up against the boards by Alagna. Down low is Christopher Bernard. He's got it, top of the Flyers circle, tries a shot on goal, deflected out in front there by Logan Maddox. Another shot somehow sneaks by Mike Fisher, and the Raiders have taken an early lead. 7:09 left to go in this first period.
And that one's going to sting early on, unfortunately. The Flyers now are going to have to come back from behind. And they've still not lost that energy, but the puck, I have noticed, is staying a lot more on the Flyers' defensive end of the ice than in the previous part of the first period.
That was Aaron Walby, the 21-year-old from White Bar Lake, Minnesota, took the Raiders up by 1 goal here just over the halfway point in period number 1. And so the Flyers controlling most of the game so far, but Raiders first ones to strike. Looking to respond quickly are the Flyers. Morefoot near side circle will send that one up. Just turns it right over to Nick Lamb, who's back in the Flyers zone with speed. Nick Lamb has a shot, and Flyers goaltender Fisher doesn't have an issue with that one. 6:53 left to go in the first.
Big glove save there by Mike Fisher, the senior, number 50. He's been a brick wall for the Flyers for the most part, and he's looking to maintain that for the rest of the game.
Graduate of Marist High School, Fisher has played there, I believe, all 4 years, and we've got a couple Marist High School hockey players. One of the other seniors, I believe Pusatera was the other one who was from Marist High School, so obviously local high school produces some high-quality hockey talent. As the Raiders, that was Jack Reedy, you're right, Jack Reedy. As the Raiders are in the Flyers zone. Turn it over to Jack Selman. Here come the Flyers. They're in 2-on-1. Selman's got Ricci with him. Selman near side board. Stick handles down low. Shot on goal! And Ricci was taken out there, and the net goes flying off its moorings. And I don't think there's any ill will there. I think that was Francis Belmonte who was on the back check and was just going a little bit too fast and couldn't stop quick enough and crashed into Ricci and the net, making it fly off its moorings. 6:13 left to go in the first.
Can't say I've ever seen the goal fly off its moorings that far away before, but...
Well, these are some big boys, Matt. They make the, they get going. It's pretty hard to stop. It's better, I'd rather hit the net than the wall, I can tell you that.
That is true.
Puck is kept in there by Alagna, goes off the linesman, and it's able to be sticked out by the Raiders. Robertson can't get that puck back into the Raiders zone. And so finally, Charlie Hudemeyer will come away with that puck. Pusatera lofts that one into the Raiders zone where it's sticked down by Dietrich, and he will keep it going behind his own net. Gavin Hruby will start the rush. Can't hit anyone on the far side boards, and so the Flyers will turn it back around in their own zone. 5.5 minutes left to go in the first period. Here's Alagna. On his own blue line will start the Flyers rush. Skates the puck into the zone on his forehand and will dump it all the way around to Ernsting on the far side hash marks. Ernsting pressured by Hruby. Up to the point to Robertson where he tried to kick it to his skate and it's kept in there with an excellent diving play. And Goot sends that one down low to Pickens, who tried a centering pass. It was blocked by Belmonte. And a whistle stopping play. I think that puck did careen over to Dietrich, so 5:09 left to go in the first. We're going to see a face-off to Dietrich's right.
See if the Flyers can capitalize on a face-off here in the offensive end of the ice and get a goal back here.
Ernsting against Maddox. Won by the Flyers. Ernsting down behind the net. Ernsting tries to flip it up. Maybe trying to deflect it off Dietrich's back there unsuccessfully. And so the Raiders will bring it in. Christopher Bernard. He's into the Flyers zone all alone. And that puck is pushed into the near side corner. Brian Goot to Ernsting on the far side. Up to Pickens. Logan Pickens having a couple excellent games here recently. Number 9 in White had 1 goal on Monday against the Roosevelt Lakers and had, I believe, 4 goals and 4 assists last Saturday here at Camlin. So another big player to watch for the Lewis Flyers is Logan Pickens. as the Raiders bring that puck into the Flyers zone. Alagna lofts that one up where it's gloved down there by Kenny Cavers and sent back in behind Mike Fisher. Johnson, far side corner, lofts it up again, gloved down by Nick Lamb, and into the Flyers zone, falling down, dives a diving pass over to Aaron Walby, who has his stick lifted, and that allows Alagna to get it out. Ulmer gloves that one down and can't skate it into the Raiders end as an excellent stick from Nick Lamb, who starts his team's breakout. Here comes Anthony Wayne. He's into the Flyer zone. Wayne's shot careens off the glass and up into the rafters. I don't even think that one came down.
You know, Logan, I don't think I saw it come down, and that is the second shot by the Raiders that's ended up in the roof tonight.
A couple quality blocks. I think the Flyers are all doing everything they can to help out their goaltender. I know that one wasn't blocked. That one just went straight off the glass and out, but Flyers doing a good job getting in those shooting lanes and really cutting down the angle. As that shot is wide of the net. Puck pushed down low by Harubi. Found in the middle by Ricci and sticked out by Reedy. Ricci to Reedy. Here comes Pusatera up the right wing boards. Tries to get it up to Reedy. Shot! He goes off the left post. Jack Reedy on senior night scores a goal and ties it up with 3:13 left to go in the first.
Huge goal there by Reedy, especially like you said on senior night. Evens that score. 1-1 here with 3:13 left to go. And the Flyers got a little pep in their step, and the energy is
D to the back of the net. What a play by the Flyers senior right there, Jack Reedy. Had 2 assists last Saturday against the Ramblers. Picks up a tally in the goal column tonight. And so with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first, this game is tied. Ryan Goot has it stripped by Cavers, who sends it up the near side boards. Touch pass. Here comes Kent Connor into the zone. He tried a shot. And that one goes right into the glove of another Flyers senior, Mike Fisher. 2:54 left to go in the first.
And he's got that brick wall mentality going now, and I'm sure he's heavily encouraged by that recently scored goal by his fellow senior.
Ernsting wins that face off into the near side corner where Morefoot will go high off the glass and out. Squeaks by Kenny Cavers, and Pickens is in on the forecheck. Cavers up the near side boards, and it's pushed in by Charlie Hudemeyer, but Good is back to get it. Brian Goot, first game back was on Tuesday in Roosevelt, or against Roosevelt, I should say, after serving a couple game suspension after in December had a high hit against one of the Roosevelt Lakers when they were here at Camlin, over on the other rink.
Yes.
And so it was great to see Brian Goot back in the lineup. We actually got to talk to Goot before the game started, so we're going to hear some highlights from that game coming up here in the intermission, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But right now we're going to see a face-off in the Raiders' end of the ice with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go.
And you know, Brian is always a heavy contributor to this team, so it's nice to see him back on the ice.
Absolutely. Brian Goot, 5'11" sophomore, looking good for the Flyers today as the Raiders are back into the Flyers zone. Far side. Centering pass couldn't be found. Nick Lamb has a shot off the logo. Another shot is batted aside by Fisher. Fisher stood tall there. Raiders still have the puck. Tries to be sticked out by Selman, kept in on the point. Another shot is blocked out in front by Caden Ulmer. He's turned on the gents. Can't blow by Francis Belmonte. And the Flyers almost had another high-quality scoring chance. 90 seconds left to go in the first period. Nick Lamb gets that puck up. Here come the Raiders into the Flyers zone. Shot from the top of the circle is right into Fisher's breadbasket, and he holds on. Minute 22 now left to go in the first.
And another big save by Fisher, keeping the Flyers right in this game. And here's another face-off. The Flyers are going to be looking to win here against MSOE.
Face-off now is pushed out of the zone by the Flyers. Nick Lamb turns it over to Pusatera. He's into the zone. Got Arkilla with him. Pusatera has a shot. Another shot is saved by Dietrich. Rebound found by Reedy. Middling, centering pass by Arkilla, and he can't hit the net. And that net came off its moorings. And another quality chance for the Lewis Flyers.
And the Lewis Flyers really pounded that net, making that goalie work for his position. And as you said, that net lost its position on the moorings. And here's another face-off in the offensive zone.
Pusatera out there to take this draw with Reedy on his wing. Goal scoring line for the Lewis Flyers as that puck is sent down into the near side corner. Sent out, here comes the Raiders. Logan Maddox is into the zone. He's got it, centering pass goes off the skate of Brayden Ricci, and Fisher had to make a save on his own defenseman. Christopher Bernard is working hard behind the Flyers, not pressured by someone of the Flyers. Maddox comes away with it, centering pass. And Aaron Walby has got his second goal of the day to take his team back ahead by 1 goal with just over 30 seconds left to go in the first.
Boy, that didn't last long, did it? Fortunately, MSOE comes back with another goal, and 2-1 now. As you said, 33 seconds left to go in the first.
Raiders had a couple players working hard behind the Flyers net, and I guess that's what happens when you put in the work in the offensive zone. You come away with that puck, centering pass, and there really wasn't anything Fisher could do on that one because the Raiders had it all right there. Ernsting has his stick pulled out of his hands, no call, so we play on. Puck is sent all the way down by the Flyers, and we're going to see a face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice.
And back on that previous play for the MSOE's most recent goal, the defense seemed to be surrounded by one player only, leaving MSOE's offense open to score.
Face-off won by the Flyers, tries to be picked up by Morefoot. Flyers have an opportunity. They're coming in 3-on-2. Ernsting's into the zone. 9 seconds left to go. Centering pass to Goot. Has his stick lifted. And the Raiders will get away with one there. And that will do it for period number 1. Lewis Flyers looking real good in that first period. Obviously, they're down by 1. They, had an unfortunate goal there. Aaron Walby right at the end of that first period. What were your thoughts on the first?
You know, I think the Flyers really came out looking great. The defense has a little hiccuping going on there, and I think that's something that they really need to get down, is not surrounding one player with 3 men.
Yeah.
Leaving Fish on his own, more or less.
Yeah, Fisher is one of the best goalies that I've seen play here at Callan out of any team, that we've played, but the Flyers have to do their job to help out as well. So they got 1, which is, a great start. We'd love to see them score a couple more to pad that lead a little bit, or at least tie the game up early in period number 2. So Flyers playing really well. They look to change some things as we go into the second frame. We're going to see some highlights right now from the previous game. I guess we're not going to see it. We're going to hear some highlights from our game that we were able to call on Monday. That was at the Edge in Bentsville against the Roosevelt Lakers. In about 12 minutes, you'll see period number 2. You're watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network. Shot, and that one's right in the breadbasket of Mike Fisher. He makes the save. 18:30 left to go. We're tied up 0 goals aside here at the Edge. Here's Peyton Bowe. He's pressured by Pusatera behind the net. They will start their breakout. Puck is fanned on. Alagna tries to point shot, found it in front of the net, and a no goal. I believe that was Logan Pickens tried at a wide open goal to look at, and he couldn't hit the 4x6 opening. Skowski can't get that one out. Ernsting kept it in. Stick down on the point again by Pickens, who tried to shot. He hit the post. It goes off the skate of Colton Reedman and right in the back of the net. Logan Pickens forces the own goal and opens the scoring early for the Lewis Flyers with 13:15 left to go in period number 1. Teeks around 1. Backhand pass to 40. Tried a one-timer. Fisher slid from right to left and made that save. Forney found his own rebound, far side corner. Up to the point to Dylan Medital. Backs up, shot, hits some traffic out in the slot area. Forney finds the rebound. Another shot is blocked by the stick of Caden Peter out in front of Mike Fisher. Transition to the overload. Far side hash marks up to the point to Reedman. He tried a shot. That one got blocked by Dan Johnson in the slot. Back up to Reedman on the point. Touch pass across. Top of the circles. Down low in the far side corner. Backhand shot. Stuff attempt is saved by Fisher. Lakers find the rebound. Puck still sat in front, and Fisher had to make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stops. And we're practicing our counting here on the 88.1, but that's all right because Fisher kept that one out of the net, kept his team ahead by 1 goal. 8:18 left to go, minute 34 left on the Flyers. Penalty, Flyers still up by 1 goal. And here comes Caden Ulmer, one of the all-stars of the Flyers for me this season. Selby now into the Flyers zone. Drag move, shot is blocked by Morph. Another shot is saved by Fisher. That was Connor Weigel who had that opportunity, but Fisher said no. With 5 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in period number 1, we're all tied up 1 goal aside. Get to the Flyers zone, 22 seconds left to go. One last rush for the Flyers. Here comes Goot, fresh off a line change. He's in far side on his forehand, tries a shot. Gets his own rebound. Goot still got it, tried a centering pass. All he had to do was shoot it at the wide open net. Back the other way comes Brayden Silver into the Flyers zone. Top of the circle shot, and that one is a big right pad save by Mike Fisher. Flyers get it, and that horn will sound, and they're out of time. Flyers really got away with one dangerous opportunity there at the end of the regulation play, in the first period, I should say. Fisher again bailing them out.
This is Lewis Flyers hockey on 88.1 WLRA.
Puck squirts down low. Selman centering pass, and Sam Warner batted that puck out of the air. Sam Warner, what a goal for the Lewis Flyers. Near side, Pickens sends it across to Goot, who will wheel into the Lakers zone with speed. Brian Goot still has the puck, far side hash marks to Ernsting's shot. And that one is a save by Goot. Another shot, a big left pad save there by Goot. Another shot and another save by Anthony Guda. What a play by the Lakers goaltender right there. Holy cow. And the Lakers didn't like that one. Here comes the Flyers into a 3-on-1. Alagna trying to centering pass. It's blocked by the stick of Anthony Baffy. And Ernsting forced a turnover, and he's tripped, and no call on that play. Lakers got away with one there, and a shot hit Guda upstairs by Banalagna, and I can't believe they didn't get a penalty right there. And again, the Flyers can't get the puck out of their own zone. Here's Robertson behind the net. Tries to skate it up the left wing boards in his own zone. Again, turns it over. Silver's got it. He's got Forney in the middle. Ryan Silver on his forehand. Tries a centering pass to Forney. Backhand shot. Another shot is saved again by Fisher. Fisher looking to rebound quickly. The Lakers have been controlling play for the majority of this period. Peter behind the Lewis Flyers net will skate it up the right wing side, trying to hit Logan Pickens. They're going in 2-on-1. Pickens has got it to Goot. Goot's got to try to split the wickets and find the wide open 5-hole. But Anthony Guda shut the door. Back comes Medital looking for the hat trick in the second period. Medital trying to shot, and that one was blocked out in front there by Braden reaching. Near side, Pickens sends it across to Goot, who will wheel into the Lakers zone with speed. Brian Goot still has the puck, far side hash marks to Ernsting's shot, and that one is a save by Goot. Another shot, a big left pad save there by Goot. Another shot and another save by Anthony Guda. What a play by the Lakers goaltender right there. Holy cow. And that one sticked aside by Dale Rodriguez. Back the other way come the Lakers in 3-on-1. Here's Dylan Medital. Toe drag, centering pass, shot, and what a save by Mike Fisher. A grade A scoring chance for the Roosevelt Lakers, saved by Mike Fisher. Lakers still have the puck near side corner. Dylan Medital to the point to Manolis. Shot is blocked there by Caden Ulmer. Flyers defenseman Morefoot without a stick. And the Lakers are able to send that one back into the Flyers zone. Far side hash marks in the Flyers zone. Goot finds it, gets it up to Ernsting, who kicks it to his skate. Scotty Ernsting's got it. Leaves it for Pickens. Slap shot hits the post with the shot! Logan Pickens, another grade A scoring chance. Can't hit the 4x6 opening. It doesn't even count as a shot on goal. Reedy is stripped by Silver. Back into the Flyers zone. Silver, far side faceoff dot. Centering pass to Menito, and another save! Ring 10 bells for that one. Mike Fisher standing on his head. How did he make that save? I don't even know. Here's Cade Nomer, skates it up the left wing boards and is closed off. We got a penalty coming up to the Lakers. Jake Walninski gets the puck, somehow beats Anthony Guda, who I think everyone was looking at the penalty that just occurred on the Lakers' blue line. And somehow Walninski pulls the magic wand out and puts the puck in the back of the net. The penalty to Connor Weigel has expired. 5-on-5 hockey. Here comes Jack Pusatera over the Lakers blue line, far side corner. Pusatera still has it. Centering pass. Another shot by Jack Selman doesn't hit the net. Rebound found by Goot. Brian Goot pulls it to his forehand up to the point now. Here's Alagna trying to shot. Ben Alagna! He scores. Not sure if Scotty Ernsting got that touch on that in front of the net. But the Flyers have scored another one with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. Flyers only down by 3. Ben Alagna will reverse it to the near side where Pickens can't poke it around Manolis again. And a big hit there by Ben Alagna on Manolis. Another shot, another huge body check by Cade Nomer, throwing the hip check on the top of the Flyers circle there. Lakers, 3.5 minutes left to go. Silver into the Flyers zone, trying to shot. That one's fought off again by Mike Fisher. Here comes Jack Reedy, tries to leave it up for Sam Warner, who has been working hard this shift. Ruzhentsev forced a turnover, far side hash marks. Ruzhentsev tries a shot, and that one is frozen solid by Mike Fisher. It's quite possible. Face-off is won forward by Scotty Ernsting, who just chips it around the defenseman. Ernsting's in all alone on a breakaway. Scotty Ernsting! And he just had a high-quality scoring opportunity on the penalty kill. Ernsting did. Was able to split the D and be in all alone. Anthony Baffy, far side point, down low into the corner. Lakers still have the puck to Baffy. Cole on the point. Slap shot is blocked out in front. Rebound to Cole, and Morefoot will find it, and that will go ahead and do it on the game today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network. We're here for period number 2 of Flyers hockey. Flyers are down by 1 at the end of one period. If you missed anything from before, Aaron Walby has 2 goals for the Lakers, the MSOE Raiders.
There we are.
And the lone goal for the Flyers coming from senior Jack Reedy. Logan Cap and Matt Carlson with the call. We're already playing in period number 2. A shot from the top of the circle is Logan Maddox. And Fisher's able to glove that one down.
A big save there. Kind of came loose from what looked like his glove there and had to quickly cover that one back up at risk of potentially leaking a goal into the back of the net. But now it's a face-off in the defensive end for the Flyers.
Ernsting wins that one back to Moorfoot, and Flyers can't get it out. Here's Christopher Bernard behind the net. Turns out to his forehand, and he tried a shot. That one got deflected way up into the sky into the near side corner. Sent up to Ernsting. He's into the zone. Got Pickens crashing hard on that. Centering pass to Pickens, and that one gets broken up by Kenny Cavers. Pickens can't stick that puck away from Nick Lamb. He's into the Flyers zone. Lamb on his forehand has it stripped by his own teammate, and some miscommunication there results in the Flyers bringing it back the other way. Goot has a shot. That one goes right into the logo of Ben Dietrich, and he will hold on. 18:48 left to go in the first.
That was a bullet of a shot, quickly coming back up the other end of the ice, and the Flyers are coming out into this second period looking pretty good so far. We've got a face-off in the offensive end of the ice.
Face-off to Dan Johnson, and that one is left pad kicked aside by Dietrich. And that one goes up in the protective netting and somehow squeaked through it. It's like a magic trick and ended up in the Flyer fan section. So we're going to grab a new puck. And 18:40 left to go in the second period.
Can't say that's the first time we've seen some magic from these Lewis Flyers, and let's hope they can get a goal with it as well.
And so 18:35 left to go in this second period. Flyers are still down by 1 goal. Shot from the point could not be sticked out by the Raiders there. And so Joe O'Reilly sends that puck down low. Jack Selman tries a centering pass, goes off the stick of Ben Dietrich. And the Flyers forced back into the neutral zone. Wilninski cross ice to Dan Johnson on the near side. He will send that Catawampus into the far side corner. Puck is picked up by the Raiders behind the net. That's Belmonte. Sent back to the far side where Gavin Hurley will get it. Hudemeyer sends it back down low. Flyers force a turnover. Reedy can't keep that puck in. Got 1 goal for the Lewis Flyers today. Ricci sends that one up, tries to hit Selman on the Raiders' blue line, but that was out of his reach. Near side to Francis Belmonte, and Selman hit Belmonte right in the numbers, so the Flyers will be picking up the game's first penalty. Dietrich is off the ice. Raiders have a shot, and they can't put it in the net. Flyers will end up touching up. That's Pusatera, and I believe we're going to see Jack Selman going away for cross-checking. That's referee Brad Bomrock with the call. Selman will be off the ice for 2 minutes.
And that hit earlier looks like a Flyers sandwich. I couldn't exactly tell who the man up against the boards was, but they certainly did take MSOE and slap him in between 2 players there.
Brad Bomrock, no stranger to refereeing hockey here in Illinois. He's the Illinois Hockey Officials Association referee-in-chief.
Oh.
So,
the more you know.
The more you know. No, I've known Brad a long time, so I'd like to thank all the referees out there for all the sports, including our game tonight. Today we have 4 officials out here. I guess they had a little bit of a scheduling issue. Thought the game was yesterday, so the referees showed up yesterday, and they were up in Milwaukee. So glad to see that we could get 4 guys for the game today. Nick Lamb into the Flyers zone near side hash marks. Stops on the goal line, sends it up the point to Kenny Cavers. To Lamb on the hash marks. Lamb centering pass is blocked by Morefoot. Goot picks it up. He's got Ernsting buzzing in. Goot's in with Ernsting 2-on-1. Goot tried a shot, and he shot it on goal. And Dietrich didn't want to cover up, so that will start the rush for the Raiders. Cavers into the Flyer zone. Pass it to Herbie on the far side. Excuse me, that's Barnard. And Ernsting will pick up the puck. Ernsting runs into a big shoulder from Hudemeyer. Here comes Reedy into the zone. Reedy shot between the wickets. Jack Reedy on senior night picks up his second goal of the day. Flyers tie it up right back. Randy.
And a huge goal there for the Lewis Flyers, making it 2-2, as you said here on senior night. Left them all alone. You can't do that, and this is exactly what happens. And let's keep that energy going.
Jack Reedy coming in fast to tie this game up here early in period number 2. New game here at Camlin.
It's what we love to see here. Get a little goal action going.
Raiders will start the rush in their own zone. Here's Charlie Hudemeyer. Tries to dangle around Reedy, who's still out there after scoring that goal. Ruby into the zone has his shot waffle boarded aside by Fisher. And that puck squeaks over the Flyers' blue line. Aiden Callahan to the far side where Logan Maddox has it. And we'll start the rush. Excuse me, that's Kent Connor. Here come the Flyers. Robertson sends it up the far side boards and in behind Dietrich. Aiden Callahan plays catch behind his own net, comes back to him. Callahan sends it high off the glass, will go right to Caden Peter. And Peter now. Here's O'Reilly into the zone, centering pass, and that one could not be stick down by Kent Connor. O'Reilly tries a shot. That one gets blocked out in front. O'Reilly forces a turnover. Here's Kent Connor. A diving Caden Peter prevents that centering pass. An excellent defensive play from the Flyers defenseman right there.
And the Flyers doing a great job sticking themselves in the shooting lanes. Saw it happen multiple times there. Defense is looking better.
Aiden Callahan. Here's O'Reilly into the zone, and he has a late shot, and the Flyers didn't like that one. Here we go. Fisticuffs on the near side hash marks. O'Reilly was kind of in the process of taking that shot when the whistle went, so, I mean, you can't very much blame him for following through with that.
I mean, I don't know. I might beg to differ with you on that one. Whistle was blown, and he had his stick up in the air and decided to go for it anyway. I think he might have had some time not to take that shot.
Well, I mean, obviously the Flyers didn't like that very much, and
what else would you expect? You got to protect your goalie, I guess.
I mean, I guess, but no penalties were dished out, so I guess both teams are lucky about that. Especially the Flyers just tie it up. They don't want to be going down shorthanded here with 14 minutes and 20 seconds left to go.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Referee Brad Baumrock getting a lecture from the Raiders coach. Not sure what he could be complaining about. It was his player who had the shot. Stick is lifted by Ernsting, flew out of the hands of Francis Belmonte. Oh, man. Oh, man. Brad Baumrock, referee, calls Ernsting for slashing.
Ernsting not looking too happy about that call.
That's an interest. To me, it looked like Ernsting was just going for the stick lift, and Francis Belmonte didn't hold on to his stick, so I'm honestly surprised at that call a little bit.
That was a curious call. I can agree with you on that one.
Either way, though, Raiders will be on the power play. Second power play of the game for MSOE. Down low in the corner, here's Harubi tried a shot, and that one's sticked away by Alagna. Maddox to the middle, shot from Christopher Bernard, will squeak by Fisher, and on the power play, Christopher Bernard takes the Raiders back ahead by 1.
And that one just barely squeaks by. I think that one just got right in between his legs. He thought he had it, maybe didn't get down quick enough, and they found him in the 5-hole, and that one just slips right back in, making it 3-2 to MSOE.
Flyers will look to respond quickly here. Maddox tries a shot. It got blocked by Ricci out at the top of the circles. Here comes Caden Ulmer. Selman got the puck on the near side, tries to stick it around Kenny Cavers there. And Nick Lamb will come in and send it up. Here comes Christopher Bernard into the Flyers zone. Fans on a shot, and he sends it down low. Aaron Walby continues it around the net to Morefoot, who will start the Flyers breakout. Caden Ulmer tries a neutralized shot, and back the other way comes Logan Maddox into the Flyers zone. Stick handles around Ricci, and the Flyers are able to stop that one, and that puck is sent all the way out by Caden Ulmer. Kenny Cavers back to get it in behind his own net. We'll rev up the engines. Here comes Walby. He's into the Flyer zone. Shot on top of the circles. Goes high. Blocker side. Aaron Walby has a hat trick in this one.
And those are 2 quick goals there scored by MSOE. The defense for the Lewis Flyers I was complimenting earlier, all of a sudden looks like it might be breaking down. Doesn't matter whether it's a penalty kill or not. It seems like the Flyers have some work to do defensively now. And offensively.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. So Aaron Walby with the hat trick gets the puck, and that'll be a keepsake. Puck is dropped. Flyers looking for another right back Randy, as the Raiders will send it up. Anthony Wayne into the Flyer zone. Stick lifted. Here comes Jack Pusatera. Falls down. We got both referees with their hands in the air. Power play coming to the Lewis Flyers.
And that's going to help the Lewis Flyers out a little bit here. They're going to have man advantage on the ice. That was a very clear call, I would say. And we're gonna see how the Flyers can handle it here with a man advantage on the ice.
12 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in this second period. Flyers down by 2 goals. Big opportunity coming up now on the power play. Haven't seen a whole lot of success from the Flyers power play unit this season, but I've almost think we've seen more success from their penalty kill unit. I think we've seen more goals here at Camlin from the Flyers shorthanded specialty unit than the power play. So Flyers looking to change that today, as Pusatera has it in the near side corner. Jack Pusatera to the point to Alagna. Back down to Pusatera on the hash marks. Flyers senior across to another Flyers senior, Reedy, and that one gets sent in behind the net. Raiders fan on it and can't send it out of the zone. Selman. Puck gets sent to Nick Lamb, and that will go all the way down where Fisher comes out to play it. Like that interim head coach Dylan Parshall is keeping these seniors together. I mean, it's been working so far today, and so we'll see if they're able to convert again. Flyers can't set up this time, and Joe O'Reilly will send it out. Stopped by Pickens. Logan Pickens tries to squeeze through a hit from Charlie Hudemeyer, and Harubi will come away with it. Sent all the way down where it's gloved down by Ernsting. Goot can't cleanly catch that pass. He will get it back, though. Brian Goot, he's into the zone. Top of the circle, stops, tries to hit Ernsting, who's buzzing in, but Ernsting couldn't pick it up. O'Reilly backhands that one, has an excellent play there. He was being dragged down by a couple members of the Flyers team, but he's able to backhand that one off the glass all the way down. 30 seconds left to go on the Flyers power play, and the Flyers are offside. Stan Johnson was offside. Pickens goes palms up, but Johnson couldn't clear before Pickens was in, so that one is offsides.
And it seems to be a question from Pickens about that call. Maybe just because he thought MSOE touched it, he could just maybe try and get away with that one. But I believe offsides is the right call, and here's a face-off for the Flyers.
Won by Ernsting to Ricci. Good on the near side. We'll skate it over the Raiders' blue line. Brian Goot centering past it. Dan Johnson, who has a shot. And that one is a save by Dietrich. Good on the point. Tries to go across the box to Ernsting, who will stick that one down. Sends it down low, and Kenny Cavers is the only one there. And an excellent play by Scotty Ernsting. I think he got about 3 feet of air on that hop. He gloved it down, but it is ruled a hand pass.
That's a real unfortunate call there for the Flyers. It looked like they were going to have a chance to score a goal there, and Ernsting not too happy there, arguing with the lineman. As Ernsting's coming off the ice now.
Get the, I guess that's that vertical jump test, right, where you jump and hit the thing. I think
high school gym class.
I think so. I think it must have been a strong point of Ernsting's fitness testing in high school.
On skates, on ice.
Yeah.
Join the basketball team.
Yeah, right. It's got about a couple feet on my vertical jump. Anyway, the Flyers behind their own net turn it over. Here's Bernard. Tries a shot, and that one is patted aside by Fisher. Rebound to the Raiders. Slapped out of the zone by Alagna. Arkilla's on the forecheck. He wins the race. Alex Arkilla on the hash marks, trying a shot. Left pad save by Dietrich. Another shot, another save by Ben Dietrich. And that puck is careened into the far side corner. Jack Pusatera, he's got the puck now. Sent across to Wilninski. On the hash mark, tries another centering pass. And Flyers trying too much in their offensive zone. Really like to see the Flyers simplify their play here a little bit. I think they're trying to make too many fancy passes.
And that's something we saw against Roosevelt. Too much of that tic-tac-toe play, as you were saying, all game long. And now they're simplifying. We've got some of the defensemen, number 55, Brayton Robertson, trying a shot as well.
Maddox is into the zone. Near side corner closed off by Morefoot, and he will send it around his own net. Wilninski can't stick that one out. It's kept in on the point, but Selman's able to force it over his own blue line. Raiders back into the zone. It's stopped by Robertson, and he will send it up the far side boards. Hudemeyer goes across to Keenan. That puck is sent in by Anthony Wayne. Here's the Raiders down low, and a backhand shot is blockered aside there by Fisher. Behind the net. Flyers come away with it. Here's Wilninski. He will dump it into the Raiders zone where Selman's on the forecheck. Lamb gets it though, and here come the Raiders starting their breakout. Anthony Wayne into the Flyers zone, leaves it for Nick Lamb, who can't toe drag around Dan Johnson, and he will send it behind his own net. 8.5 minutes left to go in the second period. Shot from Joey O'Reilly is blocked out in front by Johnson, and he will send it up right to O'Reilly again. The Flyers are able to get that one in, and it does deflect up into the bench of the Lewis Flyers. So we're going to see a neutral zone face-off with 8 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the second period.
And I can't tell what that puck looks like. When it dropped out, it might have landed into the Lewis Flyers trash can in their bench.
Well, souvenir for someone nonetheless. We've got a couple Flyers players down there. That looks like Zach McNally and Josh McDonald next to the bench there, who both of those guys are injured. And Josh McDonald was coming off an injury last weekend against the Ramblers. He played in both those games, but unfortunately, I think re-injured himself. And I was talking to him a little bit before the game started today, and he said he'll be out for about another 3 months. He needs some surgery, so unfortunately, we won't see Josh McDonald back in the lineup until next season, but he does say he'll be back, so
something to look forward to.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing him back in the Flyers lineup as the Raiders force a turnover. Another shot and a save by Fisher. Flyers goaltender on senior night standing tall.
Big glove save there by Fisher, and some light fisticuffs maybe there with Scotty Ernsting right after that save.
Yeah, Flyers, I on senior night actually get to give out some awards. You can see it right there. That's Mike Fisher's. As we said, on senior night, Fisher playing really well already. And so really glad that the Flyers were able to honor those seniors with those awards. And they'll look to hopefully even more award heavy, I guess, or the benefit would be a Flyers win tonight. So I know the team will be looking for that. As Kent Connor has it behind the Flyers net. Pushed and shouldered off the puck there by Pusatera. Looked like Connor's stick got caught in the glass and right in the Zamboni door in the far side corner there. So hopefully that didn't break his stick. Jack Pusatera stick handles his way into the Raiders zone. He does fall down on that play, and that allows Aiden Callahan to backhand that one all the way down.
You know, I will say I'm surprised there was no tripping call on that. He ended up just getting a stick between his feet there, and there was no call. Maybe
Flyers
a little miss.
Looking for any sort of help from the referees tonight, and hopefully they are able to draw their couple more penalties. And we have a big hit there by Caden Ulmer. Jump starting his Flyers bench as they look to respond to the most recent two Raiders goals. Ulmer sends that one into the far side behind Dietrich, where Aiden Callahan sends it up the near side boards, and he jumps out of the way of another attempted body check there by Ulmer. Here's Aaron Walby, 3 goals on the day. He passes it up to the point, and a shot is blocked out in front by Alagna, and it stung him. Ernsting couldn't stick that one away from Kenny Cavers, but luckily his shot was wide of the net. We got a penalty coming up now to Ben Alagna, and the Flyers really shooting themselves in the foot here.
You notice the Flyers been getting a lot more physical here as the whistle now blows.
I don't know if you saw that, Matt, but Ben Dietrich was trying to come off the ice, get that extra attacker. He went diving into his bench there. They're really putting in 110% effort to get off the ice.
I mean, I was focused on what was going on in the corner, and then I hear some like, oh, I guess he fell over, and life goes on. He's back in his net. He's standing up. I think he'll be all right. A little embarrassment, maybe.
And that minder's always a source of entertainment here as the Flyers look to kill off another penalty. Raiders have it behind the net. Aiden Callahan, far side hash marks. We'll set it up across to the near side, up to the point to Ruby. Ruby tried a shot, and that one blocked.
Taking a piece off the ceiling.
That one got blocked by Pusatera, and maybe hit a light bulb up in the ceiling or something, and
let's see what
came crashing down. Let's see, referee Brad Bomrock has it in his hand.
Hold it up in the air. It's your trophy.
Yeah, let's see what it is.
Looks like
it looks like a part of maybe the edge of the light there. It looks like a piece of plastic that came crashing down from the rafters here at Camlin Sports in Romeoville. So
Milwaukee's got a hat trick of hitting the ceiling today.
Can't keep the puck in the rink here. It's looking like the NHL 17 beta out there. I don't know if you played that, but a lot of pucks going out of play in that game for some reason.
It's my first NHL game, actually.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, Gavin Hudemeyer's into the zone. Flyers near side behind the net as they will set back up on the power play. Belmonte sends it back to Hudemeyer. Up to the point to Fruby. Tried a shot. Fisher shut the door. That one slapped all the way down by Logan Pickens. Minute and 3 seconds left to go on the Flyers penalty. Gavin Harubi will wait to get this rush going, and I can imagine if you're the Raiders, you're not in much of a hurry. I mean, granted you'd like to extend the lead a little bit, but I mean they're definitely in no rush, already being up by 2.
Yeah, not at all here. I haven't really seen much high-paced play here from the Raiders, and the Flyers have just kind of been dancing all around them, doing whatever they can to just stick the puck back to the other end.
Nick Lamb was offsides there as he tried to bring it into the Flyers zone. So with 4:04 left to go, in this second period. We're going to see a face-up outside the Flyers' blue line. Maddox and Omer with that draw. Omer will win it to himself. Skate it over the red line and dump it into the near side corner of the Raiders zone. 21 seconds left to go on the Flyers penalty. Logan Maddox, captain of the MSOE Raiders, the 6'2" junior from Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, what a long way to travel there.
Yeah.
Like that stick did just across the ice.
Lamb sends it down low. Centering pass to Maddox, and that one is turned aside by Fisher. Ricci sends it around his own net to Lamb on the near side point. Sent back down low to Logan Maddox. Maddox has it on his forehand, turned around, shoots, and that one is blocked out in front of the net. Near side. Backhanded down low to Ulmer, and he couldn't hit Selman, who was breaking in. Penalty is over, so we're playing 5-on-5 hockey, and we have an icing call. 3 minutes on the nose left to go here in period number 2. Flyers looking for a late period goal. Those can really sting, Matt. I mean, Flyers really need some momentum going into the dressing room to start their comeback.
Oh, yeah. Not too far behind still. This is definitely workable for the Lewis Flyers.
Puck back to Ricci in his own zone. Tries to hit Ulmer, but it goes off his skate and to the Raiders' defense. Puck is stick down by Ernsting, who has to hesitate on the blue line because Goot was going in for a hit. I know we talked about it. I talked about it a couple games ago, but it being senior night, I feel it appropriate to talk about it again. Flyers' average age of their hockey team, Matt, is just over 20 years old. It's the lowest average age that the Flyers have been since their existence. I mean, they've been a team for just over 10 years. And they've got a very, very young hockey team, as evident by only having 3 seniors tonight. And so, I mean, going forward here, the next couple years, Flyers hockey really, I have some high hopes for them. I know we've got still some more hockey left today, but I feel like that's something that for college hockey is very rare to have such a young hockey team. I think COVID had a little bit to do with it, but, you know, Flyers maybe still trying to figure themselves out a little bit here in this season.
And as a man goes down, that is something to remember, is that this team has a lot of growing to do still.
The puck was covered up by Fisher, and again, Raiders coaches standing on the bench, palms up, wanting a penalty there, but I mean, they're going prospecting at the front of the net underneath Fisher's glove, and I don't know what you expect.
I mean, you can't put the ice in the box, so
you're going digging, and you're going to be cleared out of there. And so a minute and a half left to go here in the second period. Raiders up to Hudemeyer. Is closed off by Dan Johnson. Again, trying to kickstart his team. Nick Lamb across to Hruby on the near side. Joseph O'Reilly sends it in behind Mike Fisher, where it's picked up by Ben Alagna. Reedy up to the point to Pusatera. Arkilla's got it now, spins around and is closed off by Hruby. Down low, Raiders can't get it out. Pusatera shoved right in the numbers there by Nick Lamb. Arkilla swoops in and picks up the puck. Ricci, shot is blocked there by O'Reilly, and a centering pass was too hot for Reedy to handle, so Raiders will get the puck. O'Reilly up the left wing side into the Flyers zone. Joey O'Reilly has a shot, and he missed the net. Rebound, saved by Fisher. Another shot, a diving block. A third shot is saved by Mike Fisher. 30 seconds left to go in the second period.
Mike Fisher really coming up big there, is the guy he has been the entire season.
Another shot and another save by Fisher. And again, a pile up in front of the Flyers net.
And O'Reilly just going after some Lewis players. They're not really sure what he's thinking there. Looks like he maybe went after Selman there. Can't really say why he was doing that. Kind of just got angry and went after anybody he could.
We're going to see a couple penalties dished out here to both teams. Ulmer's in the box along with Joey O'Reilly. And so the referees will have a conversation in the referees' crease. But this is showing shades of the last time these teams met at Camlin last year. We saw a little bit in the pregame of some very similar looking plays on the ice here at Camlin. And obviously both teams have something to prove tonight. Flyers on senior night have a lot riding on this game. I think they really want to win for their three seniors.
They want to put up a couple more goals here, and it looks like they might be putting two guys in the box here for the Flyers than they are.
So Flyers got the extra penalty. Selman will take a seat next to Ulmer. Power play for the Raiders. It's possible that O'Reilly and Selman were assessed coincidental penalties. And so Ulmer will be the extra one in the box, so MSOE will have a power play to start period number 3. Wilninski tries to send that one out, 15 seconds left to go in the period. Logan Maddox over the Flyers' blue line. Shot is well high of the net. And that will pretty much do it for period number 2. Well, Flyers obviously still have some things to work on.
Yeah.
We're not as successful. They're down by even more than they were after 20 minutes of hockey. So what do you think the Flyers are looking to change in period number 3?
I mean, it's a lot of those finishing plays in front of the goal there. A lot of those centering passes are just ending up either in the hands of Raiders players or just ending up dishing themselves away to the boards there out in the open ice. And the Raiders are just able to capitalize on the tiniest slip-ups by the Flyers, and they've really got to buckle down and make sure that doesn't happen again, because we've seen Fisher make plenty of saves in a row. I mean, he just had 3 saves in a row there before those penalties.
Yeah.
And he has really been their saving grace. I mean, this defense really needs to try and get themselves together here, or this game is not going to be too much fun or any more fun for much longer.
Yeah, well, we'll see what period has to bring in about 12 minutes for the intermission. You're going to see some highlights from the last time these two teams met on the ice at Camlin. You're watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lewis University Television Network. My name is Logan Kapp. We are here today for some more Flyers hockey. I understand there was a little bit of a technical problem during the intro, so not sure if you heard any of that, but the Flyers today are taking on the visiting Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders for senior night. So we just had a little bit of a senior night presentation. Hopefully you had some nice shots of it, courtesy of our technical director, Tony. And we will be off and running now at Camlin. Ernstine finds that rebound, some fancy dangle moves, magician, see what he can do today as he spins around, finds McDonald in front of the net, and somehow that puck pinballed in behind Kaz, and the Flyers take an early 1-goal lead. McDonald was in perfect position to receive that pass from Scotty Ernstine, and just like that, Flyers are on the board. Not even really sure how that got past Kaz. It doesn't really matter, though. All that matters is that puck fully crossed that goal line, and we put 1 goal up onto the board. As I said, Matt Marl, Brett Kandra, and Michael Ligas, 3 seniors that we're honoring, as Pickens fanned on that one, and Fisher bobbled that momentarily. Scary play there for the Flyers, as all of a sudden it looked like the Raiders were going to be in all alone, but a couple miscues, but no harm, no foul, as Fisher was finally able to find that one and keep it out of the net. Excuse me, that's not Maddox. That's Rybarek. Rybarek got it, and he went right past the blocker of Mike Fisher, and it's tied up at 1 goal aside. Raiders had a fast break there.
And they really, I think, caught the Flyers defense sleeping on that play as they kind of just waltzed into the zone and went blocker side on Mike Fisher. And so we are tied up here at Camlin with 8 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in period number 1. Petrovic skates the puck, goes off the right wing boards up to Morrow. Morrow's in the zone. He's got Selman with him. Feeds Selman far side back to Ligas, who tried a shot. And Ligas just put the puck right behind Koss, right through the blue paint. Back the other way come the Raiders in 2-on-2. Here they come. Rosman's into the zone, weaves through, shot off the left pad of Fisher. Rebound found by Petrovic. Petrovic's trying to send it up, but it looked like Nate Rosman stepped on the puck, Drobeck stepped on it. Drobeck centering pass, shot, excellent left to right save there from Mike Fisher. Raiders still have it. Faced off dot, centering pass, could not find the Raiders player who was standing in the slot area. That was Pitzer, all tied up 1 goal aside. Rybarek will send that one in behind Mike Fisher. Then he continues on the forecheck, forces that turnover. Raiders' shot is deflected out in front there by Joey O'Reilly, saved by Fisher. Another shot, and that one goes right past the blocker side of Fisher. And the Raiders have taken their first lead of this hockey game. I believe that was number 19, Aaron Walby, who got that shot. I'm not sure if it was tipped out in front. I don't think it was. Walby leading his team through the line. Penalty to Selman. Raiders come away with that puck up to the point now to Rosman. He skates to the middle, sends it back to Roche, down low now. Centering pass, couldn't find O'Reilly. Puck sat in front of Fisher, and he covers it up. And some physical contact there at the top of the blue paint as Fisher was doing his best job to sit on top of that puck. 2-minute penalty to Roche for tripping as Morrow forces his way into the Raiders zone on the left wing side. Morrow tries to cut to the middle, and nobody knows where it is. Puck sat there behind the goalie, and Matt Morrow has put it in past the goal line to tie it up at 2 goals aside with 10 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. Flyers captain coming through on senior night. This is what we've come to expect from number 9. Scoring all the big goals at all the right times. We're tied at 2. Raiders won that faceoff. Huge hit there by Adam Petrovic on the faceoff. Raiders into the zone. O'Reilly cuts the middle. Snapshot saved by Fisher. And O'Reilly had some contact there with Fisher, and Logan Pickens didn't like that at all. And so we'll have some more penalties being called right here. I'll tell you that right now. Nothing really good for the Flyers happens. Here comes Brian Gutt. He's in all alone on a breakaway. Gutt, shot, goes right upstairs on Cody Koss. And Brian Gutt on the penalty kill has taken the Flyers back to a 1-goal lead. And the Raiders finally get that one out and into the Flyers zone. 60 seconds remaining in period number 2. Here come the Raiders, force a turnover. He tries to sneak it in between Fisher and the post, and someone just popped Fisher's helmet right off. And again, the fisticuffs. Second time we've seen a pile up on the Flyers' end of the ice as Fisher somehow had his brain bucket knocked off. As McDonald takes that one in, loses his handle on it. It's found by Rybarek, turns it over. McDonald to Ernstein, and with authority, Scotty Ernstein scores the goal to take the Flyers up by 2. Not even a minute into period number 3. Hot dog, the Magic Man does it again. Flyers now ahead 4-2. That line of McDonald and Ernstein convert for the second time tonight. Lucky for him, he was looking at a wide open goal. Ernstein wins that one forward, beats the defenseman. He is all alone. Ernstein shot. An excellent save there by Cody Koss. Keeps this game tied up. Callahan's got it. Pressured by Pickens, and he forces Callahan to send it in behind the Flyers net. Now with speed, here comes Ernstein. He's feeling it here tonight. Scotty Ernstein into the zone with speed. Stick handles a few times. Centering pass. Finds Pickens on the point. Walks it in. Shoots. And goes far down. Logan Pickens has extended the Flyers' lead to 3 goals with 16-18 left to go
on the power play again. Another positive point there for Scotty Ernstein. Gets that puck over to Logan Pickens after a couple excellent dangle moves to enter the Raiders zone. Hits the late man Pickens, who walks it in and shoots, goes bar down on Cody Koss to take the Flyers to a 3-goal lead. It's found by Roche, who blows a tire, turns it over. Shot, saved by Koss. Rebound to Selman. Selman's got a far side corner, doesn't know what to do with it. Finds Morrow on the faceoff. That shot is patted aside again by Koss. Back the other way, the Raiders. They're into the Flyers zone. Joey O'Reilly is stopped. Back now are the Flyers. Here comes Nick Lamb with speed. He's in 2-on-1. He's got Pitzer with him. Lamb shot goes right between the wickets of Mike Fisher. And Nick Lamb has crushed the momentum of the Lewis Flyers, bringing the score to 5-3 here with 8 minutes left to go in this third period. 6-on-4 hockey. They will set up in the Flyers' end of the ice. Over to Caver. Shot by Drobeck is wide of the net. Rebound to the Raiders. Found by Barrick. And then it was found by Matt Morrow, who, just like I said, went for the home run shot all the way to length of the ice and just scored on the wide open net. His second goal on the day to basically solidify this win, take the Flyers back up by 3 goals. Matt Morrow by Petrovic, who turns it over to Rosman. Back to he's on top of the circle. His drag move to the middle shot is turned aside by Fisher. 6 seconds left to go now. Another shot from the point is about 6 feet high of the net. And that will do it for senior night here at Camlin.
And welcome back. I'm joined here by all 3 Flyers seniors. Guys, it's senior night. You got the big win. How are some of the emotions that we're feeling?
Feels good. Feels real good. This was a huge playoff push. So this is a big win, and especially on senior night, feels good.
Yeah, Ligas, I know you've had so much success here at Camlin. It's been a pleasure to watch you play since I've been calling Flyers hockey. Can you talk me through some of the emotions you're feeling right now?
Really excited. I really love the group of guys we have for second semester. The team's coming together good, and everybody has a common goal in mind for playoffs. Really excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, and you, as of right now, you're still sitting in 8th place. You still got that playoff push. You missed the playoffs last year. How excited are you to play some playoff hockey?
I'm thrilled, ecstatic.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fun. I wish I could come with and see you guys play. Kendra, you're back. It's great to see you again. How are we feeling back in a Flyers uniform?
You know, the legs were a little, cold out there, so it's a bit getting used to, I think. So I'm happy to be back with the boys. I think that they're young and they're ready to go.
Yeah, you look like you picked up right where you left off last season. Again, great to have you back. Great to have all 3 of you here. It's so sad to see you guys go, but it's been a pleasure having you guys on Flyers Hockey, been able to call your games. You guys are free to go celebrate with the team. Congratulations again.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to you guys. You guys have done a lot. Videoing our games, it means a lot to us.
Yeah, love to be it. I enjoy it a lot, and hopefully you guys had some enjoyment out of it as well. So thanks for watching, guys. You guys are free to go.
Shout out to Lewis's #1 fan.
Oh, love it, love it. Great to see it. Congratulations, guys. Have fun. Go celebrate. right, welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network, your home for Flyers hockey. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson for period number 3. And Matt, we should be in for a good one here.
Looking for some good play here from the Lewis Flyers. Hopefully they can close this one down, close this gap, and get themselves back in the lead for a win here on senior night.
Didn't end that first period on the greatest of feet. They will be shorthanded for the next minute and a half to start this period, and there was a whistle for icing there, but the Flyers are on the penalty kill, so we will see now a center ice faceoff with 19:49 left to go in the third.
See what the Lewis Flyers can do here with this faceoff. A man down, they're really going to want to win this and try to shoot it back up the ice.
Pusatera and Logan Maddox for that faceoff. Maddox wins it. Here comes Nick Lamb. Tries to skate it quickly into the Flyers zone, but he hit a wet spot. And the Flyers got away with one, because had they been going in, they would have been in 3-on-1. Aaron Walby, 3 goals on the day so far. The 5'10" freshman having a great day for the Raiders. Excuse me, he's not a freshman. He played last year, had 22 games played, 6 goals last year Aaron Walby had, so having half that just tonight. So obviously Walby having a great night tonight. The Flyers have 44 seconds more to kill.
Okay, they hang on here as the Raiders make their way down the ice. Scotty getting a little physical there.
Walby and Cavers in behind Fisher. Cavers tried a shot, and that one, Fisher had his left pad pressed up against the post to make that save. Sent all the way down by the Flyers. Ernsting's in on the forecheck on Nick Lamb. Ernsting pushes Lamb off the puck, and Pickens is in front of the net, but Ernsting can't strip the puck away from Lamb. Far side, Kenny Cavers. Pace of play really slow to start off period number 3, as the Flyers penalty has now expired. 5-on-5 hockey. Selman and O'Reilly still in the penalty box. Here comes Brian Good. He's in all alone. Good, and that one is a save by Ben Dietrich, who got in behind Raiders defense and really had a high-quality chance there.
Saw the whites of the keeper's eyes in his pads, and he might have been able to go 5-hole on that one. Maybe let his brain race a little too quickly there.
Too many thoughts, and that's what happens when you're on the breakaway. Dan Johnson has a shot, and that one was bobbled by Dietrich, but luckily his teammate was there to clear it out. Catch in the neutral zone. Omer leaves it for Wilninski. He's in on the right wing side of the Raiders zone. Shot, and Dietrich shut the door. That one is batted out of the air by Gavin Fruby. And Dan Johnson has the puck in the neutral ice zone. Morefoot near side boards. Tries to send that one in to Wilninski, but Fruby's got it behind the net. Keenan starts the rush. Morefoot stops the rush. Aiden Callahan, and the Raiders can't get that puck in the zone. They try a shot, and that one's right at the logo of Fisher, and he will hold on. 7:21 left to go in the third period.
A couple of good chances here for the Lewis Flyers, spending a good chunk of their time in the offensive zone of the ice, putting some shots on net. Liking what I'm seeing so far. Let's see if they can convert them into some points on the scoreboard.
Sam Warner in to take that face-off. The 5'4" freshman from Eagle River, Wisconsin, launched that one, and the Raiders had a shot. Werner gets that one back, flips it up to Jack Reedy. He's got 2 goals on the day. Jack Reedy looking for the hat trick on senior night. Centering pass, and that one sticked aside by Dietrich. Up come the Raiders. Trying to be sticked in there by Kent Connor, stopped by Robertson. And Pusatera swoops in. Raiders have it, and they try to shot, and I believe hit a stick out in front of the net. Nick Lamb on the point. Near side to Kent Connor. He tried a shot, and that one missed the net. Werner backhands that one out. It does squeak over the blue line, so Raiders have to clear. Robertson to Werner on the far side. Sam Werner sticks that one, trying to stick it up anyway to Pickens. Here come the Raiders back in, 2-on-1. Shot, big save by Mike Fisher. Ernsting got the rebound. Sam Werner at the end of a long line change really has nothing left in the gas tank. Ernsting sends it back to Ricci, and Werner does make his way off for a line change. 16 minutes left to go. Goots in on the forecheck. Far side to Logan Pickens. And it's pinned up against the boards now by Andrew Keenan. Centering pass to Ernsting. He does get the puck. Scotty Ernsting shot, and it's well wide of the net. Logan Pickens can't find the rebound. Back the other way comes the Raiders. Walby couldn't stick that one around. They find it. Aaron Walby at top of the loop, painted a big save by Mike Fisher. Another shot hit the post by Logan Maddox. Flyers really trying to find the fire extinguisher here. Ernsting back the other way, can't stick handle around Francis Belmonte. And really in control of the game now are the Raiders. Morefoot skates that one into the Raiders zone. He has a shot. That one goes off the stick of Kenny Cavers way up into the protective netting. So 15:02 left to go in the third. Flyers still down by 2 goals.
Some more great chances there by the Lewis Flyers. Still struggling to convert. You almost might have thought Scotty would have had that shot. Just went right over the crossbar, and here we go.
Face off to Dietrich's right is won by the Raiders, sent around the net. Morefoot tried to keep it in, couldn't. And that was Anthony Wayne, ran into a shoulder from Ulmer. And Ulmer's got the puck now in front of his own bench. Sent across to Dan Johnson, as the Flyers haven't had really any offensive prowess that have been super threatening in this second period. Raiders zone, Callahan behind the net, sends it up the point to Dan Johnson, who sends it into the far side corner. Kenny Cavers sent behind the net. Stick back to Cavers, and he looks to start the breakout. Sullivan in on the forecheck, and then he's throwing the body around a little bit. Ulmer kind of lost that one on net, and Ben Dietrich is forced to glove that one down and kind of mousetrap it on the ground. And so 14-11 left to go in the third. Flyers down by 2 goals.
Making that save look easy there. I'm sure it wasn't, with a puck flying through the air, coming at a very unusual angle than they're used to seeing.
Looked like an outfielder, or I guess it's more of an infielder. He's feeling the ground ball, trapping it on the ground. He wasn't let that one get past. Here come the Raiders back into the Flyer zone. Tries to stick handle around Caden Peter, and Peter went for the big body check, but Kent Connor still has the puck behind the Flyers net. Hudemeyer battles with Pusatera. Harkill on the far side, hash marks, is pinned up against the boards. Raiders come away with it. Charlie Hudemeyer down below the Flyers goal line, tries a centering pass, but Ernsting is able to, Pusatera is able to get it out and send it into the neutral zone. Gavin Hruby lofts that one into the Flyers zone. Alagna receives it to Peter on the far side. Ernsting fresh off a line change, can't catch that hot pass from Peter. And now Joey O'Reilly starts it back. Here's Aaron Walby, 3 goals on the day. A shot hit the right pad of Fisher, sticked out by Pickens. Ernsting to Goot. The Flyers are in 3-on-2. Goot got it. He tried a shot at the top of the circles, and that one is saved by Dietrich. Honestly, I'm not too upset with that play by Goot. We were talking about how we wanted the Flyers to simplify play a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with getting that puck in the offensive zone and putting it on net. You never know what can happen.
You know, not every shot you don't take, you know, it's not going to go in, so you got to try.
Ernsting gets that one down. He falls down. No call on that play, but he's able to pop back up and get it back. Ricci to Goot. Mishandles it, and Nick Lamb will start it back the other way. Stick lifted. Here comes Scotty Ernsting into the zone. Can't hit Logan Pickens in the middle. Back come the Raiders. Gavin Harubi, he's into the Flyers zone. Fights through a battle with Robertson there. Harubi tried a shot, and Fisher is pressed up against the post to make the save. Gavin Harubi, backhand, centering pass to Logan Maddox. He has a shot, and it's just wide of the net. Harubi sends it down behind the Flyers goal. Couldn't be gloved down by Ricci. And so sent behind the net by Walby. Ulmer tries to get it out, kept it on the point. Right back to him. Turns it over to Logan Maddox. He's got it far side corner. Centering pass! And that one hit the stake of Wilninski. Raiders still have the puck. Kenny Cavers, he has a shot, and that one is well high of the net. Whizzed by the leftier that time of Fisher. Gavin Harubi sends it up into the Flyer zone. Kept in on the point. And a big body check there by Caden Ulmer. Got to be careful. Want to play some clean hockey with just over 11 and a half minutes left to go in the third period. Puck is deflected into the near side corner of the Flyer zone, where Morfoot's back to get it. Really, as we kind of suspected here, Matt, as the game gets later and later, Flyers having less and less offensive zone time. So really have to take advantage of any time they get. Here's Pusatera. He's into the zone, and that one goes right into the glove of Ben Dietrich, and he will hold on. 11:05 left to go in the third. Flyers down 4-2.
He's trying a near side shot there, trying to go glove side, and unfortunately I'm more than reasonably certain that is his strong side there, and unfortunately just gets right into his glove.
Pusatera won that face-off forward to himself, shades of the Magic Man himself, and he put that one right on goal, and Dietrich was able to make that save, and so we'll try again from the same spot. 11:01 left to go now in the third. Reedy tries a shot right off that face-off. It was wide of the net. Alagna on the point sends that one high off the glass down low, where Francis Belmonte battles with Reedy. Centering pass, can't find Pusatera. Stick down low by Caden Peter. Flyers, just after we're talking about it, have now had some offensive zone time. Like to see some more of that as we enter the latter half of this third period. Peter, high off the glass, back into the Raiders zone to Francis Belmonte. The 6'5" freshman from Rolling Meadows starts to rush for the Raiders. 21 games played so far this season for Francis Belmonte. No goals, so he's still looking for his first goal of the season. Ricci tries to send it up. It's blocked, and it gets back to Morefoot. Braden Ricci now in the left wing side of the Raiders zone. Down low behind the net is Ricci. Centering pass, and Goot was tangled up with someone in front of the net. Logan Pickens tries a shot, and that one is well wide of the net. Goot throwing the body around a little bit more, makes its way up. Here comes Joey O'Reilly into the Flyer zone. O'Reilly has a shot in and out of the glove of Fisher. Rebound cleared out of there by Morefoot. Fisher bailed out by his defenseman. Goot can't stick that one out, makes its way back to Morefoot. Flyers will try again on the far side of the ice. Ernsting deflects that one in and will come off for a line change. Flyers number one line frustrated there as they come off the ice. Here's Ulmer, sends it up to Wilninski. He's into the Raiders zone, near side corner, pressured by Belmonte. And Belmonte is able to force that turnover. I feel like the Flyers do one of two things when they get in the offensive zone. They're either A, going in and trying to do way too much, trying to pass the puck around, make 15 passes before they're shooting. And again, that was earlier in the game. We talked about simple play is sometimes the best.
Yeah.
But now they can't get anything set up in their offensive zone. So it's balancing those two evils, which I think is the hardest thing to do, and the Flyers are struggling to do that here in the third period. Ulmer Can't get anything going there. The puck is stick down. Here comes Christopher Bernard. He's in behind Flyers defense. Bernard has a shot and a big save by Mike Fisher on that breakaway attempt. Nick Lamb sends it down low. And that one goes right through the 5-hole of Mike Fisher. And the Raiders are now up by 3 goals.
And this is not looking pretty for the Lewis Flyers. We're just talking about their lack of offensive prowess here in the third period and late in most games this season. And all of a sudden, they're spending a lot more time in their own zone, and they're spending a lot more energy trying to get that puck out, which they've really been struggling to do. And if you can't do that, they're going to score.
That was Christopher Barnard who had that one, his second goal of the day. Raiders only have 2 goal scorers that have all 5 goals. That would be Aaron Walby has 3 and Christopher Bernard has 2. Another shot by Scotty Ernsting pulled Ben Dietrich way out of the net, way out of position. And that's another right back Randy, Matt.
There we go, and it's like they've been listening to us up here. We were saying they need to get that offense going. And now it is 5-3. A shot by Scotty Ernsting makes it into the back of the Raiders' net here in period number 3.
Can't count them out quite yet. A lot of time left. 8 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in this third frame. Flyers number 1 line still out there looking for another quick one. Ernsting wins that faceoff to himself. He will backhand that one into the Raiders zone. Goots in on the forecheck, forces a turnover. Brian Goots got it, centering pass, and that one got deflected and couldn't be found by Morefoot, but Pickens does retain possession. Ricci, saucer pass to Morefoot. Tries to go off the boards to Pickens. Stick is lifted, Ernsting's into the zone. Scotty Ernsting still has the puck, and he lost his handle on it. That was Kenny Cavers who was able to take it away. And he's still got it behind Ben Dietrich. Cavers has a couple Flyers players on him there. They force a turnover. Flyers have the puck in their offensive zone. Finally, flame is lit underneath the Lewis Flyers bottoms. And here come the Raiders back in the other way. Maddox has the puck in behind the net. Sticked into the corner by Morefoot. Captain of the MSOE Raiders, Logan Maddox, battles with Morefoot. He still got it. And that puck is sticked behind the net by Morefoot. Husatera to Goot. Can't be sent out. And it's lofted in behind Fisher. Morefoot to Reedy. Can't get it out. Maddox forced a turnover, and that shot is blocked out in front of the net by Braden Ricci. Reedy now sends it up to Goot, who can't again get anything going. Here's Gavin Hruby into the zone. A shot, that was Bernard. And nothing becomes of it.
Looks like the Lewis Flyers have, like you said, that flame lit under them. All of a sudden, they've got this burst of energy that seemed to be lacking in the earlier parts of this period. They've got a couple of minutes left here, about 6 minutes, 20 seconds left here to try and at least get themselves into overtime or try to score 3 and win this game.
Selman to Ulmer, and it was sent down low to Gavin Hruby, who's got it in the near side corner of the MSOE end. Sent across. Dan Johnson can't poke it around Nick Lamb. Back the other way comes the Raiders. To Joey O'Reilly, slap shot. Fisher says no.
A huge save there by Mike Fisher, and that brick wall has come back yet again. And he's really been loving when they're shooting that glove side there. Now we get a face-off in the Flyers' defensive end of the ice.
Fisher said, I don't think so.
Said, no, sir.
As Belmonte tried a shot, that one deflects into the far side corner, where Wilninski will send it up the near side boards. Down low, couldn't be handled by Hudemeyer. And Alagna will slow it down in his own zone. 5.5 minutes left to go in this third period. We'll be keeping an eye to our left-hand side here. We got a penalty coming up to the Raiders. Jack Selman drawing the penalty. Flyers, huge opportunity now.
And we're going to see if the Flyers can deal a blow to the Raiders. And, you know, I was just thinking about it a couple minutes ago. Maybe they can try to do to the Raiders tonight what the Raiders did to them yesterday. And not going to hold my breath, but we're going to cross our fingers, and here we go. It's a Flyers power play.
That was Joey O'Reilly who took down Jack Selman there. So O'Reilly will put his team short with 5 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in this third period. Raiders up 5-3. And that was just getting started to say we'll keep an eye on Mike Fisher to our left-hand side. See how aggressive interim coach Dylan Parshall gets with pulling him. Fisher comes out to play that one as the Raiders were taking some time off the penalty to Joey O'Reilly. Pusatera with speed up the right wing side, fights through a check from Maddox and has the puck poked away from him, and someone, not sure who that was Cavers. One took a dive there, I think, and puck is sent all the way around and out by the Raiders. 40 seconds gone on the Flyers power play. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the third. Really got to get something going on this opportunity as Alagna dances through the neutral zone. Ben Alagna's got it, far side hash marks. Looks to dish across to Ricci. Ricci's got it, shot, and that one gets blocked out in front of the net by Kenny Cavers. Glove down by Logan Pickens. Centering pass to Ricci, kept in by Goot. Brian Goot has a shot, and that one misses the net. Rebounds found by the Flyers. Battle ensues in the far side corner. Goot comes away with the puck, centering pass to Pickens, and they couldn't find it up to the point to Alagna. Alagna tries a shot, fought off there by Dietrich. Selman still has the puck, 32 seconds left to go. To Ricci, he tries a shot, another shot, and then puck set at the top of the blue paint. Dietrich was swimming all over the place. Flyers still have the puck. Jack Selman, far side corner, 20 seconds left to go on their power play. And finally, the Raiders are able to clear that one down. Huge opportunity there for the Flyers.
Just going to say, a huge offensive opportunity there for the Flyers. They couldn't capitalize. And that's what we've been saying all game. It's capitalization, but the fire is lit, and let's see what they can do.
Power play over. Nothing becomes of it for the Lewis Flyers. And they have 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in this game. Turn it over. Here's Logan Maddox in the slot. Shot is saved by Fisher to flex up into the protected netting. You wonder here if Dylan Parshall calls a timeout. 3:09 left to go in the third period.
Going to see what the Lewis Flyers can do here. And they face off in their own defensive end. Going to have to win this and get right back up the ice and try and score here quickly.
One into the near side corner where the Flyers battle with Aaron Walby on the near side hash marks. Walby loses it to Ulmer. Kept in on the point there by Maddox. Wilninski tries to send it across to Selman. Back into the zone is Bernard. He's sat down. Flyers still have the puck. Morefoot can't get it out. Kept in by Maddox on the point to Selman. He's able to force that one out of the zone. And Gavin Harubi's back in his own end. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Flyers have to get in on the forecheck, and they're just letting the Raiders eat the clock away. Morefoot sends it up to Pickens, who didn't even have his stick on the ice, and that seems like a kind of a wasted chance there. As the Raiders are back in. Excellent shot block there by Caden Peter. Puck back to Morefoot. Pickens, near side. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. Here comes Brian Goot into the Raiders zone. He tried a shot that was well high in the net to Pickens on the near side hash marks. Sent down low to Scotty Ernsting. Less than 2 minutes left to go in this hockey game. A shot is saved by Dietrich. Fisher still in the net for the moment. Alagna has a shot, and the Raiders are able to skate that one out. Here comes Charlie Hudemeyer into the Flyers zone. Near side is closed off by Alagna. And a pile up now in the near side corner. Alagna pulls it out and starts to rush for the Flyers. Ernsting with speed will buzz up the left wing side. Here comes Scotty Ernsting into the zone. Ernsting has a shot, and that one gets blocked out in front of the net there by Kenny Cavers, right up into the protective netting. And so we will see a face-off now on the the Lakers end of the ice, not the Roosevelt end of the ice, and Flyers have called a timeout.
And that was another good opportunity there for the Flyers to come up within one, or within two rather, right within one. And couldn't make anything happen out of it that time. We're going to see if this timeout can give the Flyers what they need to succeed here in the final minute and 21 seconds of this game.
81 seconds separate the Flyers from the end of the season. Got a huge opportunity to tie it up, only being down by 2 goals. You never know what can happen. Hockey's a crazy game. We've seen crazier things in my lifetime watching hockey.
Been a Blackhawks fan, seen a couple of crazy things happen. Patrick Kane's goal that somehow got hit under the inside of the net for them to win the Stanley Cup years ago.
17 seconds in a different Stanley Cup run for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yep.
Flyers have a heck of a lot more time than that to score 2 today. So for senior night here at Camden, we'll see if the Flyers can pull it out of the bag and at least tie it up before the end of regulation time. Minute 21 left to go. Flyers goaltender Mike Fisher in the net for the moment. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Face-off to Ben Dietrich's right wing side in the Raiders zone. Ernsting out there with Reedy. Reedy's got 2 goals on the day so far, 2 of the 3 Flyers tallies. Face-off won by the Raiders, turned over. Here's Ernsting down low in the corner. Scotty Ernsting spin around centering pass, and that one's blocked by Nick Lamb. Flyers turn it over to Pusatera. Fisher's coming off the ice for the extra attacker, and a shot is saved by Ben Dietrich. Minute 4 left to go in the third.
And the Flyers working that far side of the ice pretty well here. And we're going to see if they can make something happen out of this. They got a couple shots on.
Face-off is won into the far side corner. Reedy forced a turnover, 60 seconds left to go in this hockey game. Reedy's pinned up against the boards there by Gavin Ruby, and a pile-up traffic jam in the far side corner forces a whistle from the referee.
And the Flyers aren't going to be too happy about that one. That wasted some valuable time in this offensive zone, and here we go.
Ernsting still out there, top line for the Lewis Flyers. Shot off the face-off is wide of the net. Net to our left-hand side is empty. Ricci tried a shot, it got blocked out in front. Ricci has the puck again, another shot is awkwardly saved there by Ben Dietrich. And that one wasn't the prettiest of saves, but it doesn't matter because he kept it out of the net.
Looks like he wasn't too sure if he actually had it there, but he's glad he did. And
Pickens will make his way back on the ice for Jake Wilninski. Ernsting still taking this face-off. Ernsting lost it that time. Raiders try and go high off the glass, glove down by Ricci. Behind the net is Dan Johnson. Centering pass. Johnson gets it back. Johnson tries to center it. Couldn't be stick down by Logan Pickens. 25 seconds left to go. Really got to get going here. Flyers can't get the puck into the end of the Raiders. And that puck is sent all the way down right there by Gavin Ruby. Ooh. Ooh, that one hurt.
And it's hard to say. It looks like they're going to be sending him to the box for that one.
That was Braden Ricci. Shot the puck, turned around, slapped it right at the linesman. And referee has given him an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
And interim head coach Dylan Parshall not happy about this at all.
He was given a 10-minute misconduct call. You'd be sitting for 10.
And the fans
Everyone's
are not
very
happy.
upset.
I don't think that was intentional at all. That he was just trying to get it back up the ice, and
Well,
I can't say much as announcing with you here.
unfortunately, whether it was intentional or not is kind of immaterial. It happened.
It did.
And so in the eyes of the officials, they really don't have a choice there. But, I mean, the Flyers, with just 10 seconds left, that puck will be dropped, and, I mean, that'll do it for the game today. And we've got another penalty being dished out here at the end of the game. 3.2 seconds left to go. Ernsting will sit for high sticking. And he's been thrown out of this hockey game.
And not much that's going to result out of that. I mean, there's no point. You got three seconds left here, guys.
That was Logan Pickens, actually, who was sent out. And we'll get the warm shower today. But, I mean, at this point, it's pretty much over. 3.2 seconds left to go. Walensky now is thrown off the bench. Flyers emotions running high here, and I mean, it's the last game of the season, so we can't even be concerned too much about next time, because next time will be next season.
An unfortunate loss here for the Lewis Flyers. They're surrounding their senior goaltender and his unfortunate ending of this final game of the season, as there will be no playoffs this year for the Lewis Flyers, and an unfortunate end to a somewhat contested game here by the Flyers.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate the Flyers couldn't pull it out for their seniors tonight. You can see them there, as Matt said, celebrating with Mike Fisher, who, I mean, has been the foundation. I know I say this a lot, but we could talk about him one more time. Mike Fisher's been the foundation of Flyers hockey for pretty much my entire time calling this game, past 3 years or however long it's been now, and it's got to be an emotional one for number 50 in white. As you see him there skating to the front of the line to lead the team through the handshake line.
Well deserved. Great player here for Lewis hockey. It's going to be sad to see him go, as this team has had a young foundation as of this season, especially, like you said, and he's been a great leader, I'm sure, on and off the ice, and he's been somebody that they've been able to look up to. All three of these seniors, all the players have been able to look up to him, and they'll have a good example and a good path for them set in the next however many seasons these players have left here at Flyers hockey.
Yeah, you'll see him right now give the final salute for the final game this season. And, I mean, it's an emotional one for, as I said, Fisher, but also Pusatera and Jack Reedy. I mean, Reedy having 2 goals today. Obviously, the Flyers will be losing another strong one in both Pusatera and Reedy.
Yeah.
I mean, losing a couple strong Flyers players, and you know, it's a tough one, but that's how it kind of goes in college sports. I mean, you see them for a couple years, and at the end of their ride, it's an emotional one. As you see I don't know if you can see that, but a couple of embraces happening with Fisher and Reedy, and Pusatera also is out there. Pusatera and Reedy embracing there for the Flyers. And yeah, now all seniors, I think, will have a little special moment, maybe a last lap all by themselves on the ice here at Camlin. And you know, It's still emotional. I don't know.
It's me too. It's an emotional time for these guys, and no matter what the outcome of this game was going to be, this is what they play for. It's for each other, and they find these friends. They come into this team as freshmen. They have no idea who anybody is. They grow up the next 4 years together, and they develop somewhat of a brotherhood and a family between them. And this is their last time, at least in Lewis Flyers uniform, on the ice together.
Yeah, you see him now right there. I believe that's Mr. Reedy on the ice to take this final senior photo of Fisher, Pusatera, and Reedy. I think we're going to have him up here in just a couple minutes for post-game interview, but I want to get your final thoughts before we send it out to break here, Matt.
Well, I think game-wise, I think the Flyers, they had a lot of chances where they really could have had this game in the palm of their hand. And unfortunately, the Raiders were able to take advantage of defensive breakdowns throughout the game. I think the Flyers did what they could do today. They have quite the young team going forward, and they're going to be able to develop really well together. And looking forward to next season. And we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens. We'll be back here next season. Both Matt and I think we'll be back. Hopefully you want to join me, Matt.
I will be back here. Don't you worry.
It's been a pleasure having you up here. We're going to send it out to a quick break, and then in a couple minutes I'll be joined upstairs here by all three Flyers seniors. So you've been watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network. All right, guys. Well, I'm back here with all 3 Flyers hockey seniors on senior night. Jack, you had one heck of a game. How are we feeling about your performance tonight?
Pretty good, but I wish we could have pulled out the win. But it was a fun game. I thought we battled pretty hard, but some of the bounces just didn't go our way.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought you guys were going to pull it out. You started out hot. I mean, you guys fought hard, and Fisher, you played really well as well. I mean, you've been, as I was talking about you a little bit at the end of the broadcast, and I was like, man, it's going to be tough not having any more big saves by Mike Fisher. So I'm really kind of sad about that. But you've been playing Flyers hockey for 4 years. I mean, what's been your favorite memory from playing for the team?
If I had to pick something, I would say, honestly, last year. Last season, we had kind of a rough start, and we had the 2 games against DePaul, and I don't know if you remember, but the one game was pretty bad, but we came back from that, and then the weekend after, we played SIUE, and I think everyone just came together. We all had a lot of fun, and it was a sweep weekend, so arguably that might have been one of my favorite moments of Lewis Flyers hockey.
Yeah, I mean, Flyers will be missing you a lot, and you as well, Poos. I mean, it's good to see you for the past couple of years here. You don't have as much time as these 2 guys playing for the team, but what have you learned since playing for Flyers hockey? I'm just going to hand this to you so you can hold it.
All right. I mean, I've had such a great time. I think I've learned that it definitely takes a team to win games. We struggled a little this year, but I think we really started to pull it together near the end, and I think next year they're going to be great. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us up here. It's one heck of a time calling hockey for you guys. So you will all be missed. And you know what? Good luck in your future. So we'll be right back, Matt and I, right after this. All right, welcome back to Lewis University Television Network. Logan Kapp alongside Matt Carlson, and we just talked to a couple of Flyers seniors here. It was emotional for them, I think, to play in this final game. I talked to them a little bit more after we got off camera, but it's sad. They're sad to be playing, but as I said, it was an honor for them to play for Flyers hockey, and I think they contributed a lot to the program. And you know, it was a tough loss today. What final thoughts on the game for the day?
Well, you know, today it really did look like that they were going to come back and potentially win this game.
Yeah.
I got 2-2, and unfortunately they let the game run away from them. A late goal by the Flyers made it 5-3. but unfortunately they weren't able to wrap it up today. Some chances that were missed in front of goal, either passes or shots, and overall a performance that needs a little bit of tweaking. They lost some seniors today, but I'm looking forward to next season, and I think they're going to come back better than ever next year.
I surely hope so. You and I will both be back next season. What are you looking forward to next year?
Well, next year, we were talking earlier in the game, they've got a bunch of young talent on this team, and they're going to be able to develop and grow together like the 3 seniors who left today were able to do, and they're going to be able to have a new head coach. They're going to have lots of new things coming in for them. They're going to have some new players, and it's going to be a whole different scene for Lewis Flyers hockey here.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? Their broadcast just improved a whole heck of a lot because you're up here with me. So I want to thank you for joining me for the past couple of games this year. I'm looking forward to calling all games next year with you, and it should be a fun time.
Yeah.
I'd also like to say thank you to our technical director, Tony DeNardis, our camera operator, who's my dad, Mike Camp. We got a whole crew of people at Lewis University who make these broadcasts possible. John Kilpatrick, John Carey, the whole WLRA radio station, Lewis University Television Network as well. If you're ever interested in any sort of careers in broadcasting or anything in that field, Lewis University is where it's at. You can get more information about that at lewisu.edu. It's been one heck of a time calling Flyers hockey. We're sad to see the season end, but we're looking forward till next year. Till next time, make sure you drive safe. You've been watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network.